All right. Good afternoon, everybody. This is the first official episode of Music Talk Thursdays. I'm your host, Chloe. Um, I mean, it's a little gloomy this morning, but we got a little sun coming out now, so that's good. So for today's episode, we're gonna be talking about the Grammys. And I know it happened, I believe, 2 Sundays ago, but I just felt like I wanted to give my opinions on it. So yeah, let's get started. So, I wanted to start with some of my favorite performances of that night. So, the first one I want to talk about is Doechie's. So, she had done I know she had done the song um Catfish, and I forgot what other one she did, I'm not gonna lie. But that performance was really amazing. Like the way she started it out, she had like almost like copies of her in the audience and they were like whistling, whatever. And then, it transitioned to the stage and you see her with more of the copies, and I just found that really cool. And honestly, it reminded me of if you watch the 2019 Grammys, um, it kind of reminded me of Tyler, the Creator's performance, and when I saw that, I was just like I was in awe. I was genuinely in awe, like, it was really nice. Um, so yeah, I really liked how she executed that performance. That she can perform, guys. So, if you have not checked out Doechie's music yet, you definitely should because it's really good, and like I said, she is a performer, and I mean that. Um, so let's move on to the second one. Sabrina Carpenter. I love Sabrina Carpenter. Um, she did, the usual hits that she had. She did "Espresso," "Please, Please, Please," and I actually think that was it. But that performance was really nice. It gave Broadway because she started on a stage, it was, like, pitch black, and then she had the little spotlight on her, and she had, like, a bedazzled out suit on, and it looked amazing, like, it just did. And then she had, like, a little tap dancing moment, which I kinda was not expecting from her, but, hey, man, I was wrong, I guess. Um, but her per ooh, sorry. But her performance was really nice. Um, and she looked amazing as usual, and her outfits too. Her outfits are always amazing though, so that it's like, I'm not surprised. Um, Next is Chapel Roan. Of course, Chapel Roan had a big year, and I forgot to mention that too about Doechii and Sabrina Carpenter. All 3 of them had a big year, but Chapel Roan's performance, she had done Pink Pony Club, not surprised, that hit was huge. Um And I found her performance so adorable. Like, she had, like, a big I think it was a pony or a unicorn? I don't even know. But it was a really nice performance, and just like Sabrina and Doechii, she knows how to perform, and I'm not gonna lie, after seeing that performance, I was like, "Wow, I think once she goes on tour, I need to see her," because it was just like I was just in awe watching the whole thing. So, just yeah, chaperone. And then the last performance, she didn't release anything, but she did a tribute performance. Cynthia Erivo. Now, her tribute performance was to, I believe, Quincy Jones. And guys, let me tell you, Cynthia Erivo can sing. Like, if you didn't watch Wicked and you didn't see her performance in Wicked, she can sing. Like, I'm telling you, when I watched Wicked in theater and I heard her sing Defying Gravity, I cried. Um, but her performance for excuse me, for Quincy Jones, amazing. Like, there's no other words to describe it because it was just that good, and she can sing really well, so it's like, I mean, what do you expect? It's Cynthia Erivo, you know? So, that was the performances. Now, I wanna move on to one of the a specific commercial that was aired during the Grammys, and it was the Lady Gaga commercial for it was partnered with, I think, Mastercard, but basically, she was teasing at the time, she was teasing her new song Abracadabra, and it came out, I think came out the next day, I believe. But, when I watched it, I was just like, "This is nice." And it reminds me of, like, Lady Gaga from her Bad Romance era, and I just loved it because I mean, Lady Gaga, she can perform, and it was like when she had released Die With a Smile with Bruno Mars, I was kinda like, "Okay, like, Bad Romance type Lady Gaga, like, is over, like, no more of that." But then she released that the next day. Well, I saw the commercial first, but then she released, like, the whole song the next day, and I was like, "Okay, never mind." Like, Bad Romance Lady Gaga is back after all. Um, and it was just amazing, and also her choreography for that song, I mean, come on, like, it was oh my god. It was just it was just amazing. I believe, Paris Goebel choreographed it. She is the one that choreographed Rihanna's halftime performance for the Super Bowl. I think she yeah, but just the whole song. If you haven't heard Abracadabra yet, go listen to it. It's amazing, and I can't wait for her whole album to come out. I know it's gonna be called Mayhem, but wow, Lady Gaga, guys. Um, so now next, before we move on to my opinions about some of the awards, um, I wanna talk about the surprise performance. So, they had mentioned there was, like, talks about it on Twitter, well, X, that there was gonna be a surprise performance happening at the Grammys, and I'm wondering who it could be. So, basically, when I believe it's this, like, chair of the Grammys, when he was, like, presenting this surprise performer, I'm like I'm hearing him talk, and he's talking about, changing the academy and making it more fair, basically, whatever. And I see some highlights behind him, and it's The Weeknd, and I'm like, "Wait a minute, don't tell me it's The Weeknd." So then, turns out it was The Weeknd, and I was in shock because, like, I was not expecting The Weeknd to come back to the Grammys, especially because he has been vocal about them being, like, unfair, like, with the whole, like, voting process and everything. So, when I had when I saw him on that stage again, I was just like, "Wow." And he did a song from his new album, Hurry Up Tomorrow. He did Cry for Me. And then Playboy Carti came out, which I was really shocked about because I was not expecting that. Playboy Playboy Carti came out for their song Timeless, and just, like, seeing seeing The Weeknd back on the Grammy stage is honestly, like, amazing, and, like, hopefully, like, for next year's Grammy, like, if he does get nominated, hopefully he'll be back, like, for real this time, and it wasn't, like, just for that performance. So, yeah. Alright, we're gonna move on to the big part of this, and it's the awards. So, I'm not gonna mention, like, every single nominee and all that because we would be here all day. So, I will just, like, give a rundown or whatever. So, starting with best pop solo performance, the winner for that one was Espresso. It was Sabrina Carpenter. And I'm not like I'm not upset about it because Espresso is a good song, but I was kind of expecting it to be Good Luck Babe by Chapel Roan because my thing is both songs were big hits. um, this year. So it was like, it could really be either or. But at the same time, I was also like, Sabrina's song was played everywhere you went. Like, you jump in the car, you turn on the radio, first thing you hear, espresso. You go into the supermarket, first thing you hear, espresso. So it was like, you could not really escape that song. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm not disappointed with it, but like I really thought it would have been Chaperone. But hey man. Um Next we have best pop duo slash group performance. And the winner for that was Die With a Smile, Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars. I saw that coming. I literally saw that coming. Like, I know when the Grammy nominations first got announced, I had made my predictions. I wrote it down in a Google Doc and I made my predictions about who I think would win, who's going to win, whatever. And for that category, I literally put down just like, I know this is going to win, Die With a Smile. And it did. And it's like, again, just like the Sabrina Carpenter win for best pop solo performance, not surprised because it was like, again, that was a big song. And I think it reached 1 billion streams on Spotify. But again, not shocked. It was a huge song. Nobody really expected Bruno Mars and Lady Gaga to be collabing together, but it happened. Like, I mean, again, like you put two amazing vocalists together and you get a song like that, of course it's gonna win a Grammy. Next, we have Best Pop Vocal Album. And Short and Sweet by Sabrina Carpenter won that. And I really wanted Eternal Sunshine by Ariana Grande to win because listen, that album was too good to not win a Grammy. And I was just like, I was a little bit upset because Ariana didn't win it, but it's like, I'm not surprised because the Grammys have snubbed her a few times. Honestly, Ariana deserves better from the Grammys, but that's just my opinion. Um, but again, Short and Sweet was a good album. Like I really enjoyed that album, but Eternal Sunshine really deserves more justice. The album was too good. Um, Next we have Best Dance Pop Recording. And the winner for that was Von Dutch by Charlie XCX. Um, I mean, that was the only winner for me because Von Dutch, just honestly, the whole Brat album by Charlie XCX, huge album, especially during the summer. Like, it was a Brat summer. And like I said, Von Dutch was just honestly such a great song. That's why I was like, again, when I made my predictions, I was like, that song has to win. Like, if it doesn't win, I'm going to be shocked. And it won. So, yeah. Best Dance Electronic Album. The winner was Charlie XCX for Brat. Again, not shocked. Brat Summer. But I low key wanted Timeless by Kaytranada to win because I had listened to that album when it came out and it's really good. Um and Kaytranada is a great artist. Like he doesn't like well, yeah, but Kaytranada is a great artist. So and I feel like he deserves more recognition cuz he doesn't get enough of it. But he's honestly just a great artist and I low key wanted it to be him, but again, it wasn't, and it's okay, but I'm really happy that Brat won though, because I was like, if that album does not win at least one, like, I don't know, it's kinda rigged. But yeah. Next we have Best Rap Album, and the winner for that one was Alligator Bites Never Heal by Doechii. and that was the only winner. And if I'm not mistaken, for best rap album, I think she was the only female nominated in that category. So, first of all, round of applause to her for that. But the album was amazing. Like I said when I was talking about her performance, you have not listened to that album, go listen to it because it's really good. Like, she's just amazing, and, like, she really is, like, one of the best, like, next upcoming rappers in this industry because if Kendrick Lamar said it himself that she's, like, up next, that that honestly says enough. So, yeah. Um, Next we have Best Música Urbana Album, and the winner for that was Residente, but I wanted my winner to be Bad Bunny, and I thought it was gonna be Bad Bunny. And listen, I'm a huge Bad Bunny fan, and so this is not me trying to be biased, but, like, it's Bad Bunny, and, like again, I'm not trying to be biased, but I really thought Bad Bunny's album would have won just because it was, like I forgot which song it was, but one of the songs on that album was literally everywhere, like, you heard that song everywhere you went, and, it had so many amazing features on it too, so it was, like, not seeing that album win was, like, very disappointing for me. I think that was the only award that, like, I was genuinely and actually disappointed about, but hey, man, maybe he'll win a Grammy next year for his newer album, so hopefully, but yeah. Next was Best New Artist, and the winner for that was Chappell Roan. I'm not surprised. Like, if it wasn't Chappell Roan, it was probably going to be Sabrina Carpenter. I will say that. But I'm not surprised Chappell Roan won because she did have a huge year with all her songs like Good Luck Babe, Pink Pony Club, Hot to Go. Hot to Go was a huge song. Um, so not surprised that she won. Also, her speech, um, her speech was just amazing during the Grammys because she basically talked about how artists in the industry need more, like, I guess, protection, basically. So, round of applause to her for being able to go up on that stage and say that live on national TV because, not a lot of artists would do that. So, round of applause to you, Chapel. Um, Next we have I lost myself. Oh, next we have Record of the Year. Not Record of the Year was Not Like Us by Kendrick Lamar. Now, you guys know that song was truly everywhere when it came out because, the whole thing between him and Drake. So it was like, once I saw that nomination, like, I was shocked that it got nominated, but at the same time, I wasn't shocked because it was like, again, you just like Espresso, you heard that song everywhere you went. So seeing Not Like Us win was was funny, and I'm glad it won too, and especially especially after the crowds, like, when they were literally singing the song, oh my gosh, that was so funny to me. But, yeah, Record of the Year, Not Like Us. I mean, who else is shocked? Like, that song was crazy. Um, Song of the Year was Not Like Us. Now, I was really shocked when I saw that it won record and song of the year, but at the same time, I'm not shocked because it was just like every celebrity, every person was singing that song, and it was just that was the song of the year for real. But at the same time, I kinda thought "Birds of a Feather" by Billie Eilish was gonna win. because that song was huge, like, in my opinion, like, I think that was probably one of Billie Eilish's biggest hits, um, and, like, seeing it not win was kind of shocking, especially that it hit, I think, 2 billion streams now on Spotify. I don't know, I'm not sure, but I don't know, I was a little bit disappointed that Birds of a Feather didn't win because I really liked that song, but good for Kendrick. Like, winning back-to-back record and song of the year, like, that's crazy, and then to perform it at the Super Bowl too, like, come on, like, wow. And now finally, album of the year. This one got a lot of controversy on the internet, but the winner for album of the year was Cowboy Carter by Beyoncé, and, you know, I really did not think that album was gonna win, as much as I like it because the album was good. It did have to grow on me a little bit, I will say, but the album was good. For it being a country album, which is a genre that Beyoncé doesn't do, it was good. But I honestly thought it would've for album of the year, I honestly thought it would've been either Brat or Hit Me Hard and Soft. Because with Brat, it was, like, everywhere on the internet, everywhere in person, like, I honestly thought that one had a chance of winning, but guess not. And then Hit Me Hard and Soft is kinda like the same thing as Brat, like, both albums were just everywhere you went, so it was, like, not seeing one of those win was kind of like, wow. But it was also, like, at the same time, Beyoncé did deserve Album of the Year because she has been snubbed a few times as well for Album of the Year, like, I know last year she didn't win for Renaissance, which shocked me because that album was insane. Um, and, like, I know she got snubbed for her I believe her self-titled album. So, she's been in this industry for a long time, like, she's been in this since she was in Destiny's Child. So, she's been, like it's been bound for her to get album of the year at some point, and after many years, it finally happened. So, she deserves it. She deserves that album of the year award, and I'm glad she got it. So, yeah. Um, but I think that's all for today. I hope you guys liked today's episode, and, yeah, I'll see you guys next Thursday for the next Music Talk Thursday. Um, but yeah, have a great day. Tomorrow's Valentine's Day, so have a great Valentine's Day. Um, and yeah, I will see you guys next Thursday. Bye.